Thank you for choosing BaseVac compressors for your mechanical room. In this short video, we will review the troubleshooting tips when dealing with a downed S or D series compressor. We will begin by looking at some common troubleshooting solutions for when a compressor motor fails to start. If the thermal overload switch under the compressor head covering has not been tripped as indicated here, access the motor's circuit control box to inspect the system's fuses. First, unplug the compressor from the power source, then remove the covering of the control box. Please note, this task should be performed by a qualified electrician. Locate the fuses within the cradles and proceed to remove them one at a time. Using a multimeter on the ohms setting, check each fuse for continuity. An open load reading indicates a fuse has been blown and must be replaced before beginning the startup process again. If the compressor motor isn't starting and the thermal overload switch seen here has popped up, let the compressor cool for 5 to 10 minutes before resetting the switch and attempting the startup process over again. In the case of the thermal overload switch continually tripping, check the following. If the mechanical room temperature is above 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit, it may cause the motor to run hotter than normal, resulting in the triggering of the thermal overload switch. If the room is too hot, find a better way to circulate the air in your mechanical room, venting out the hot air while bringing cool air in. If the mechanical room is at an acceptable temperature, check the pressure gauge on the regulating controls to ensure the pressure switch is not set too high. Contact BaseVac technical support to learn how you can reset the maximum pressure to no higher than 100 psi. If the cause of the motor failure has yet to be discovered, the next troubleshooting measure is to check if there is a leak in the compressor line. To check this, close the valve on the compressor's outlet connection. If the compressor shuts off at the desired pressure, there is a leak in the line causing your system to run longer, resulting in it overheating. If the thermal overload switch has been reset and the compressor has been given adequate time to cool but still will not start, check the stop unloader valve. This allows pressure to drop in the air line, allowing the compressor to start up with minimum pressure. Tapping it lightly with a small tool may allow it to release from its closed position. If this doesn't work, open the tank valve and manually release the pressure to 60 psi before beginning the startup process over again. If this is the issue, please contact BaseVac to order a replacement stop unloader valve. If the compressor is under 60 psi and is not building enough pressure, check for any leaks or openings in the compressor and motor heads. Check for any broken gaskets or worn piston rings. This next segment looks at some common troubleshooting solutions if you find moisture in the compressor tank or lines. Begin by turning off the compressor. Listen and watch to see if the plastic tubes blow air into the collection bottle. If no air is present, the purge valve at the bottom of the desiccant dryers are blocked, preventing the water from being purged. To clean the purge valve on each desiccant dryer, begin by using a wrench to unscrew the magnetic coil from the purge valve. Next, gently unscrew the purge valve. Clean out any silica pellets that may have entered into the purge valve before reattaching the housing on the desiccant dryer. If the purge valve is not blocked, and the air and water are going into the collection bottle system, this indicates the desiccant beads in the dryer need to be replaced. To replace the desiccant beads, turn the desiccant dryer upside down, then use a wrench to unthread the bolts. Proceed to remove the lid from the desiccant dryer and pour out the old silicate beads. Use compressed air to blow out the chamber to make sure it's clean. Then pour in the new beads. Contact BaseVac to order your replacement desiccant beads. Reseal and reconnect the desiccant dryer to the compressor. Cycle the compressor on and off 15 more times to dry the desiccant beads. Remember to drain the water from the tank before starting each cycle. Thank you again for choosing BaseVac compressors. Please contact us at 1-800-668-8736 or info@basevacdental.com for any additional inquiries you may have. You can also visit us at www.basevacdental.com to learn more about our wide variety of dental mechanical room products.